Hey there everybody, Groovy here, coming at you from the Grindhouse. And today, considering that we just got done recording the review for Matt Reeves' The Batman, I feel like now is the perfect time for us to transition into talking about R.D. Shankar's Bootleg DC universe. That's right, baby. Today, we're talking about The Guardians of Justice, brought to you by the fine people at Netflix. But if you're not familiar with the Guardians of Justice, it is exactly what I just described. It is a low-budget kind of take on a DC kind of universe kind of spoof. It's kind of like a bootleg version of The Watchmen, which in is itself Alan Moore's bootleg version of the DC universe, because he wasn't able to really use those characters because they hadn't had the whole multiverse kind of thing figured out, and also they didn't realize how much money they could make off of it. But this is kind of an interesting kind of little mashup of genres and kind of styles. There's animation here, there's stop motion animation, there's claymation, there's live action, there's CGI, there's a whole bunch of stuff just really kind of just squish together for that kind of Adult Swim kind of ADHD Ritalin addled kind of brain that kind of exists out there amongst some of us comic book fans. There's so many mediums that it's throwing at you with this kind of, again, 1980s kind of Saturday morning kind of super American 80s vibe, and it is just great at times, but at times it does kind of fall short. Shawnee Vincent is good as the Speed, and I like seeing Shawnee Vincent and stuff. I'm a big fan of You're Next. We love that in our house here. And also, Diamond Dallas Paige's Nighthawk is badass, baby. He is their kind of stand-in for Batman, right? And he tasks himself with finding out why his friend in this pinnacle of the American way, this impenetrable man, would take his own life like that in front of the eyes of the entire world, and thinks that maybe something foul is afoot. And then we get this kind of really hyper aggressive, hyperactive kind of trip through this kind of strange amalgamation of all these kind of different superhero tropes and kind of archetypes. And some of them are handled really, really well, and some of them aren't handled as well as others. And there are times when the budget here really shows its wear on the sleeves, right? You can see that they're stretching that budget. One of the examples that I'm going to point out is Nighthawk's outfit. Like, come on, guys. I'm not a professional cosplayer. I'm not a professional costume designer, but I myself know that if you just take big ass chunks of foam and just cut it into a shape and glue it onto a spandex suit, sure, it kind of looks like a superhero, but it also kind of looks like crap, especially under harsher lighting conditions. And, oh, what was it? Little Wing, Nighthawk's sidekick, Little Wing, his costume was just a big chunk of just floor foam cut into like a V, and it was just so blatantly obvious, and the character was great, the actor fantastic, but the costumes there, it must have been looking bad on purpose, which is just a shame. And I thought Diamond Dallas Page did a fantastic job as Nighthawk, but there were just times where that costume just looked super cheap, you know? And also, it was nice to see Derek Mears outside of creature makeup once. That's always fun. And the overall plot of this actually did surprise me, because I was expecting some sort of kind of conspiracy thing, but it actually kind of slowed itself down for a bit of representation and actually had a pro-LGBT community kind of message. And I don't know how the community is going to embrace this series, because as I said, there are some definitely toxic kind of situations and elements to this show in general, because there's so many different voices coming at you. There's just so much sensory input in this. It's gonna piss off somebody somewhere. But all in all, I thought this was a fantastic little series. I thought this was really well done. I thought it was crazy that this little show, to me, was a better kind of adaptation of the DC universe than Netflix was able to achieve with just Jupiter's Legacy, right? Netflix just made that. How much did Jupiter's Legacy cost Netflix, and how much did it cost Eddie Shankar to make this in his garage? That is my question. But all in all, I thought it was really, really well done. There were some parts in it that I didn't agree with, and there were some parts in it that were definitely messy. But all in all, I liked that kind of takedown of the superhero genre. I thought it was great. And it's always interesting to see all these different kind of aspects, this different mediums and stuff like that. As I said, like, you see so much that gets thrown at you. It's just great. I really did enjoy this. But I want to know what you guys think. Sound off in the comment section below and let me know. Did you guys enjoy this series? Did you guys think this was a fun takedown of the superhero genre? Or did you think this was just a bunch of trash that they just kind of threw together and this is just like a web series that somehow made its way onto Netflix? Because sometimes it looks like that, but at other times I feel like there was a lot of thought and effort that kind of went into some of it. Let me know in the comments section. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Now remember, stay safe, stay classy, but no matter what you do, make sure that you stay groovy, people. We outie. Bye-bye.